so many flows.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. And on tap.
It's time for some hoops at the home of the New York Knicks. We're bringing it to you live on 2K Sports. And David,
well, guys,
certainly one to watch, David. Thanks. We're about halfway through the season, Smitty. At this point, how much can teams really improve?
I think if you have younger guys, you start to see those guys develop. And then also if you have a lot of new guys, you see the chemistry start to form. And then a lot of times you can improve when you have guys coming back from injuries. A lot goes into a season. It's a roller coaster kind of effect, but it's good when you start to see teams put it together at the halfway point.
All about managing time, managing games, and injuries.
You're so true.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. They've got Warren, Jeremy Lamb out there with Wall. Then there's Ayton, and it's Griffin in at the 4 spot.
All the officials are all over that one. And really one of the best assets of Sabonis is his mind for the game. Very aware on the offensive end, knows how to create chances, and just plays the game with his mind as much as his athleticism.
And so he hits both. And for Sabonis, we all know his father was one of the best when it came to seeing the floor, Greg. As a big man, his passing game was terrific.
And skills like that go a long way in the NBA. Sabonis does all the little things that free up shots for himself and his teammates. Is starting to play with more aggression, and this is a guy that can be an all-star.
Here's Wall. And that one is off. The Knicks go the other way with it. Bledsoe looking around. Outside Leonard. 6 to shoot. Over Griffin. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
I can tell you right now, the coach loved everything about that shot except the result.
Here's Wall, and it's sent back by Bledsoe. Warren against Leonard. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Sabonis, and Bledsoe has it in the corner. Shoots over Griffin, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. Looking for their first basket of the game. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
And it was a matchup you thought they would have cruised through, but they actually dropped a game in this series last year.
Bledsoe kicks to Sabonis. And stolen by Ayton. Here's Griffin. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Griffin's got his second bucket.
This is where Blake does most of his damage. Just get him the rock inside the paint.
Leonard against Warren. Pass to Sabonis. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
A guy who converts well at the rim, you like to see the aggression there.
You really like him setting the tone early. Physical, challenging guys to stop him.
Here's Griffin, banked in off the glass. Griffin's got his third basket of the night right there.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
Well, obviously, this was the strategy coming in. Feed him the rock and let him go to work. You know, with that much room, you don't lay it up. You throw it down like you've been disrespected.
The Knicks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Leonard with no one around. No good on the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Now here's Lamb, covered by Reddick. Leonard against Warren. Shot clock at 5. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. From outside the arc, Griffin's shot is off. And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And, you know, this can happen on the road. You're out defending guys who have just gotten into a comfort zone playing at home.
Well, you have to have an aggressive mindset, and you have to try to disrupt their rhythm.
A good close contest so far as we growing up the youngest of 5 with 4 older. And Wall had his challenges certainly growing up. We all know those stories, losing his father at a young age, but his mother, his aunts, Greg, his sisters, they protected him.
Helped him to get where he is now. We see it so often. A young man making it to the NBA is really a victory for the entire family.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at the Pelicans' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
I mean, through one, you have to like the effort, especially on that defensive end.
There are several ways, as you know, to take control of a game. Getting stops is one of them.
Kawhi Leonard is out there with Domantas Sabonis. Then there's Bledsoe. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Robinson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for New York right now. And Griffin slams it in.
That is in Blake Griffin's DNA, dunking on guys.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in.
Blake Griffin, an all-star for his first 5 seasons in the NBA, but not the last 3. He's still an impact player, though. We'll see if he can crack the roster in the East.
The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
And no doubt, both teams competing at a high level, but the consistency has been lacking here. Another lead change.
I like to fight in these clubs. Neither side willing to give an inch. We'll see how it turns out.
Griffin kicks to Ayton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 18 feet out. That one a little long. Well, as we all know, Blake Griffin, Steve, possessing breathtaking athleticism, but injuries certainly have been a concern.
You're right. A lot of it just bad luck. A teammate falls on your knee. That kind of thing happens. But his skill level is starting to complement his power. I think he'll be fine.
Here's Wall, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
And Wall has said he wants to be in the MVP conversation moving forward. A terrific floor general with unreal athleticism.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
Well, John Wall, Derrick Rose, and Russell Westbrook came into the league around the same time. All of them in the conversation for most athletic big point guard in league history. Of the 3, I think John Wall, the most prolific playmaker, always looking to create for his teammates.
Leonard inside. He's covered by Warren. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Flexing at the rack. Leonard doing what he can to fire up his teammates.
All taking his time here. Over in the corner, Warren. Misses off the right iron. And John Wall, such a multifaceted game, it almost feels wrong to call him a pure point guard, but that's what he is, isn't he? Just loves to set up his teammates.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And he can score at a high level, but it helps him as a playmaker. Guys thrive playing alongside him because he commands so much attention.
Trying to end the drought, and that's 2 points on the layup. Wall's got his first bucket of the night.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
Bledsoe, and that one clearly a foul, gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Eric Bledsoe, Greg, one of the league's best slashers.
Yeah, he gets to the rim with regularity, and he finishes at a high rate, lives at the line. He is a nightmare in the open court.
It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Lamb.
He has great instincts on the offensive end. He's tough to contain.
Bledsoe against Wall. Bledsoe kicks to Leonard. Down low. And Robinson throws it down hard.
In the pick and roll, I like confidence. Leonard showing as a facilitator, his game just continues to ascend.
Wall against Bledsoe. And here's Wall. Puts up a three. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's new. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. They stepped up their game in the second quarter, and the score began to tilt in their favor. It's now a 7-point lead for them here at the half.
The incredible view of One World Trade Center rising high above New York City. Welcome back, everyone. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Eric Bledsoe really making a difference here.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, you like to run more doubles at him, but the risk there is opens up things for everybody else.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for New Orleans right now, Griffin is out there with T.J. Warren. Then there's Ayton, and it's Wall, and it's Lamb in at the shooting guard. Here's Bledsoe. 9 points in the game so far. Out to the wing. Outside Leonard. The tray. And again, New York with the triple. We're always talking, Steve, about versatility. I guess the ultimate example would be guys who can go to either hand equally well.
Yeah, you have those guys. Kyrie Irving stands out for me. Mike Conley being able to finish with both hands. Then there's some bigs around the basket. DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis. John Wall is pretty good. He finishes a lot of times with dunks. So there's a lot of guys that understand that it's great to have that offhand and you can go to it.
Here's Griffin. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
He's in a beautiful rhythm. Right now, he's knocking down shots, and he has that scorer's mindset.
Redick dishes to Leonard. Ball against Bledsoe. Outside, Redick. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Redick's got the lead up to 8 now for the Knicks.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Wall against Bledsoe. And there's the pass to Lamb. At the top of the key, Ayton. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. The Knicks leading by 8. To the inside, Redick. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And then Griffin with the dunk.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Bledsoe kicks to Sabonis. Passes it to Robinson. And here's Leonard from 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. Leonard's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Knicks.
And you know, DeAndre Ayton, all that height around him. He goes 7 feet, 250 with that 7'5" wingspan and already produces. But still, he shows considerable upside.
For New Orleans, they have missed both of their free throws tonight, 0 for 2 so far. You know, Greg, what amazes me about Ayton, the skill level for someone his size.
I mean, he can put the ball on the floor, really improving as a facilitator. You look at Embiid, you look at Big Cat, Ayton gives you a lot of those similar traits.
And Redick kicks to Bledsoe. Over Lamb. No good from Bledsoe. Pelicans trail by 7. Launches it. Knicks with the rebound. Bledsoe's got rebound number 5 here tonight. A 3 from Leonard, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 3 assists now in this one.
2-for-1 territory, but they got to work quick.
This is where the play calling comes in. Let's see what they got.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Aiden. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Sabonis, the pass to Redick. Bledsoe outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Leonard. He's got 11. Shot clock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot from deep three-point range. No good. And so it's New York holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. They've got Robinson. Bledsoe is out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Sabonis in at the 4. That's the 5 for New York right now. Leonard draws the double. Second shot opportunity. And he lays it up and in. Leonard's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Knicks.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
Wall finds Lamb. Back to Wall. And it's New Orleans scoring again. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for the New York Knicks. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. It was shot by Redick, no good. Pelicans trail by 8. And the rejection by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way.
From 11 feet away, here's Robinson, and he banks in the layup. And the Knicks lead by 10.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Alvin Gentry told his team during the break. And he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive. And you've got to battle to get back in this thing. See if that pep talk got him going, guys.
Thanks, David. Here's Wall. Kicks the Lamb to the left side wing. And again, no good by New Orleans. The Knicks leading by 10. A 3 from Leonard. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts. Steve, we're seeing a lot of big contracts that include a no-trade clause. Just how much peace of mind does that give a player to know that clause is in that contract?
Kevin, I'm so jealous. I wish I had a no-trade clause on a lot of my teams. Some of those teams I got traded from, I didn't want to go. And I think it does, like you said, give these players a peace of mind to understand they are in control of their destiny. And then you can see sometimes it gets a little ugly when the organization wants to trade those players, but they can't.
Well, it basically handcuffs an organization. They can't make the moves like the Knicks with Carmelo Anthony. They were tied up a lot of the times because he would say, no, I don't want to go to that particular team.
Yeah, and the Knicks, they only can fault themselves. They gave him the no-trade clause.
Right.
Further proof that you can't leave anyone in this league that wide open.
Ball against Bledsoe. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Outside Griffin. And it's Wall in the corner. Shot from 12. Robinson pulls it in.
He was all alone. Looks like he gets a little too relaxed. He has to maintain his focus.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Knicks.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kawhi Leonard.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Pass to Robinson. Over Warren. Can't hit from 12. And here's New Orleans now, trailing by 10. And then Griffin with the dunk.
This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
Bledsoe outside. And so it's the Knicks with the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here. And
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up for David Aldridge.
Before I was up, I had to stay down. Yeah. Now I batted